This is for the people who aren't having sex, like myself currently, who is celibate, but for the people who are actually virgins, okay? Before I go to work, I want to let y'all know that sex is not important, okay? I don't understand why there's this high demand for everybody making sure that they solidify their relationship via having sex. Sex only does one of two things, okay? One, it creates problems because it creates opportunities for problems, okay? For example, if you're young, you can have a baby. If you're young, you can get an STD. If you're young, you could get emotionally attached to somebody that you thought was just a fling. And I don't think that's responsible. I think that's very immature and irrational. And I don't think that the majority of the population should be doing that when the majority of the population is doing that. Well, the majority of the people in the sex community, at least. I'm going to say post losing your virginity, the majority of people are willingly having sex with other people without taking initiative and responsibility to realize that sex is more important than just an action. Because what America teaches is that sex is just an action that two people can invest in. It's just an action that you can do with anybody, etc., etc. Which, as an adult, you are capable of making your own decisions and your own actions, but sex isn't the action that should be taken so lightly as just something that you can do with somebody else as an activity for fun. Okay, sex. Once you have sex, all right, because like I said, I care about the virgins, because the virgins are the pure, the non-corrupt. Because it doesn't matter how much porn you watch, porn doesn't give you the sensation of sleeping with someone else. And I learned that at an early age, what porn was, and throughout years of knowing what it was and watching it, etc., etc., I realized sex is really just nasty. Like, I don't understand why people would want to do this with several people, because sex is just exchanging fluids. Okay, literally, y'all are exchanging sexual organ fluids. You're exchanging saliva, sweat. Like, I don't understand the draw with random people. Okay, once you have sex with one person, you've already devalued yourself to half of what you were, because you've already given yourself to one person and they've given their self to you back. So it creates this 50-50 balance, okay, of who you are at this point in the sexual community. Okay, now you're split between two deities, I guess, or not necessarily deities, but just two beings, because somebody else has experienced you and you've experienced yourself, because we all have ourself at the end of the day. So what you're supposed to be focused on is bettering yourself so that you're the best for you, so that whenever y'all link together and y'all have kids or whatever, y'all start having sex, it's no longer was it worth it, or I shouldn't have done that, or wow, just another body on my list. Because I don't understand what y'all are thinking, but the short term will die, okay? Eventually, see, whenever you look short term, you start living in the moment, because I live in the moment every day, but I'm thinking 10 years ahead from now. When you live in the moment and you're thinking about the present, you're willing to put yourself in positions that you wouldn't normally put yourself in. So then, whenever stuff doesn't work, because once you have sex, everything in your relationship is going to change, because you're going to start encouraging yourself to believe that certain actions somebody else is doing is because of how they feel about you. And then you start attributing their actions based on, oh, that must mean they feel some certain way about me, or they must not care about me as much. And you start doubting yourself. You start looking at other people as competition. And it really just creates all these problems. That's why I don't want to live in the emotional realm. That's why I just choose to be by myself. So listen, when you're entertaining all these conversations and people are progressively trying to get at you and try to have sex with you, listen, I understand that a lot of y'all think y'all are ready, and that's fine. And a lot of y'all think that sex is just an action, and that's fine too. Everybody's entitled to their own thought. But I want y'all to understand that the severity of the action within itself is not necessarily just on you. The burden isn't on you or your partner, okay? The burden is also on the people who knew about it and didn't try to protect you. Because we make this stigma about having friends and them trying to coax you out of doing stuff. There's nothing wrong with your friends telling you not to do something. Okay? The only time it's a problem is if it's something that's not going to affect you or them and they tell you not to do it, because then it creates this divide where they're trying to be controlling. But some friends are actually genuinely looking out for others, and they know the end game of every relationship. Because a lot of y'all get in relationships for the wrong reasons, and y'all think that y'all love somebody, but you don't actually love them. Okay, y'all are so used to having somebody else take care of y'all, having some other support system, etc., etc., and y'all don't actually know what love is. So what y'all need to do instead is stop having sex, start paying attention to who you are, start paying attention to who everybody else is. Because once you start observing differences in everybody else, you can start realizing what you actually want out of a partner, and then you can invest in somebody else. So just be careful, and if y'all are gonna have sex anyways, just wrap it up. Okay? I love y'all. Peace.